Thematic and Stylistic Analysis of John Milton's Paradise Lost. The primary purpose of Paradise Lost is to justify the ways of God to men. John Milton, a devout Puritan, aimed to reconcile the existence of evil and suffering in the world with the belief in a benevolent God. By retelling the biblical story of Adam and Eve's fall from grace, Milton explores profound theological questions and moral dilemmas. Specifically, the poem seeks to examine the nature of good and evil. Milton delves into the complexities of moral choices and the consequences of disobedience. Explore the limits of human knowledge and understanding. The poem questions the nature of human curiosity and the potential dangers of seeking knowledge beyond one's capacity. Justify God's decrees. Milton defends God's decisions, even in the face of human suffering, arguing that they ultimately serve a higher purpose. Celebrate the power of the human mind and spirit. Despite the fall, the poem emphasizes the enduring power of human thought and the potential for redemption. John Milton's Paradise Lost serves as a profound exploration of the nature of good and evil, the consequences of disobedience, and the ultimate sovereignty of God. The epic's primary purpose is to justify the ways of God to men, meaning to reconcile the existence of evil and suffering in the world with the belief in a benevolent and omnipotent God. By delving into the biblical story of Adam and Eve's fall from grace, Milton seeks to illuminate the divine plan and the role of human free will in shaping destiny. Through its epic scope, powerful language, and profound theological insights, Paradise Lost continues to captivate readers and inspire critical discussion. Setting: Paradise Lost is set in several different realms. Hell. The poem begins here, where Satan and his fallen angels reside after their rebellion against God. Chaos, a vast, formless void separating heaven and hell. Heaven, the abode of God and the unfallen angels. Eden, the idyllic Garden of Eden, a paradise on earth. Earth, paradise, the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve live before their fall. The poem spans a significant period, from the aftermath of Satan's rebellion to the expulsion of Adam and Eve from Eden. Introduction. Paradise. Lost is an epic poem by John Milton that retells the biblical story of the fall of man. The poem begins in hell, where Satan and his rebellious angels have been cast after their failed rebellion against God. Satan plots to undermine God's creation by tempting Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Satan succeeds in tempting Eve, who then convinces Adam to eat the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge. As a result, they are expelled from paradise and must face the consequences of their disobedience. The poem explores themes of free will, obedience, and the nature of good and evil. It also delves into the complexities of human nature and the consequences of sin. Themes in Paradise Lost with quotation analysis, core. Themes 1. Free will and divine providence, quotation. Man's disobedience, self-willed, all we owe. Analysis. This line highlights the tension between human free will and divine predestination. While God foreknows all, humans are granted the freedom to choose, and their choices have profound consequences. 2. The nature of good and evil, quotation. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Analysis. Satan's defiant statement showcases the complex nature of good and evil. It questions the traditional binary and explores the allure of power and autonomy, even in the face of moral decay. 3. The fall of man, quotation. The fatal tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world and all our woe. Analysis. This theme delves into the biblical story of Adam and Eve's disobedience, which led to their expulsion from the Garden of Eden and introduced sin and suffering into the world. The power of language, quotation. The word of God is always truth. Analysis. Language is a potent force in the poem. It is used to persuade, deceive, and inspire. Satan's eloquence demonstrates the power of rhetoric to manipulate and corrupt. 5. The role of women, quotation. So spake the fiend, and with necessity the snake's late shape resumed, and with him went. Analysis. Eve's role in the fall has been a subject of much debate. Some argue that she is a victim of patriarchal oppression, while others view her as a symbol of female agency and the dangers of curiosity. 6. The nature of evil. Quotation. What though the field be lost? All is not lost. The unconquerable will, and study of revenge, immortal hate, and courage never to submit or yield. Analysis. This theme explores the psychology of evil and the motivations behind Satan's rebellion. It delves into the allure of power, pride, and the desire for autonomy. 7. The limits of knowledge. Quotation. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Analysis. The poem questions the limits of human understanding and the dangers of unchecked curiosity. It suggests that true wisdom lies in recognizing one's limitations and accepting divine authority. 8. The power of love. Quotation. He loved, she loved, they loved, not without cause. Analysis. The love between Adam and Eve is a central theme. It highlights the transformative power of love and the importance of human connection. 9. The nature of beauty. Quotation. So lovely fair she seemed, a mortal view. Analysis. The poem celebrates the beauty of the natural world and the human form. It explores the aesthetic appeal of Eden and the allure of temptation. 10. The role of suffering. Quotation. O unexpected stroke, worse than of death. Analysis. Suffering is a consequence of sin and a catalyst for growth and spiritual development. The poem explores the nature of suffering and its redemptive potential. 11. The power of imagination. Quotation. The mind, that ocean where each kind does straight its own resemblance find. Analysis. Milton uses vivid imagery and imaginative language to create a rich and immersive world. The poem explores the power of the human imagination to shape reality. 12. The nature of hierarchy. Quotation. The hierarchy of heaven and the firm-set throne of God, high raised above all height. Analysis. The poem examines the concept of divine authority and the importance of obedience. It explores the consequences of rebellion and the dangers of pride. 13. The role of authority. Quotation. What can enforce our wills but high decree? Analysis. The poem raises questions about the nature of authority and the limits of human freedom. It explores the tension between individual autonomy and divine command. 14. The nature of time. Quotation. Eternity, whose duration is eternity. Analysis. The poem delves into the concept of time and eternity. It explores the cyclical nature of history and the enduring nature of human experience. 15. The role of the poet. Quotation. And chiefly thou, O Spirit, that dost prefer before all gifts the mind's true liberty. Analysis. Milton uses the poem to assert the power of the poet to inspire and enlighten. He celebrates the creative spirit and the transformative power of art. Stylistic analysis of Paradise Lost 1. Epic simile. An extended comparison between two unlike things, often spanning several lines. Example. As when a vulture on Emmaus bred, whose snowy ridge the roving Tartar bounds, disdains the feathery kind, and soaring high, with wearied wings and flagging plumes, drops down upon the prey. Analysis. Milton compares Satan's descent to hell to a weary vulture, emphasizing his fallen state and the arduous journey he undertakes. 2. Metaphor. A direct comparison between two unlike things. Example. He scarce had ceased when the superior fiend was moving toward the gate. Analysis. Satan is metaphorically described as a superior fiend, emphasizing his power and influence. Third personification, giving human qualities to non-human things. Example. The stormy main. Analysis. The ocean is personified as being stormy, suggesting its turbulent and unpredictable nature. 4. Simile. A comparison between two unlike things using like or as. Example. As when a vulture on Emmaus bred. Analysis. Satan is compared to a vulture, emphasizing his predatory nature and his relentless pursuit of destruction. 5. Symbolism. The use of objects or ideas to represent abstract concepts. Example. The serpent symbolizes temptation and evil. Analysis. The serpent, a traditional symbol of evil, represents the forces of darkness that seek to corrupt humanity. 6. Alliteration. The repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words. Example. Darkened so deep, a dread eternal night. Analysis. The repetition of the D sound creates a sense of darkness, despair, and the eternal nature of hell. 7. Assonance. The repetition of vowel sounds within words. Example. A sound like that uttered when bulky oaks are felled. Analysis. The repetition of the long O sound imitates the deep, resonant sound of falling trees, adding a sense of power and destruction. 8. Caesura. A pause in a line of poetry, often marked by punctuation. Example. And bid fair day to hide its newborn face. Analysis. The caesura emphasizes the sudden and unexpected nature of the event, highlighting the dramatic impact of the line. 9. Enjambment. The continuation of a sentence or phrase across multiple lines of poetry. Example. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Analysis. The enjambment creates a sense of continuity and flow, emphasizing the power of the mind to shape reality. 10. Hyperbole. Exaggeration for emphasis. Example. A universe of death. O. Analysis. This hyperbolic phrase emphasizes the vastness and destructive power of hell. 11. Understatement. Deliberate understatement for effect. Example. A trifle hurt. Analysis. This device is not explicitly used in Paradise Lost, but it could be employed to downplay the significance of a significant event, such as the fall of man. 12th irony. The use of words to convey a meaning opposite to their literal meaning. Example. Hail, horrors. Hail, infernal world. Analysis. Satan ironically greets hell with enthusiasm, highlighting his twisted sense of morality and his embrace of evil. 13th paradox. A statement that seems contradictory but is actually true. Example. Fair stood the... Analysis. This device is not explicitly used in Paradise Lost, but it could be employed to create a statement that seems contradictory but is actually true. 14th. Oxymoron. A figure of speech that combines contradictory terms. Example. Faith unfaithful kept him falsely true. Analysis. This oxymoron highlights the complex nature of loyalty and betrayal. 15th. Apostrophe. A figure of speech in which a speaker directly addresses an absent or imaginary person or thing. Example. O unexpected stroke, worse than of death. Analysis. Satan directly addresses the fallen angels, emphasizing his despair and lamenting their fate. Conclusion. Paradise Lost, a monumental work of epic poetry, stands as a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the complexities of the human condition. Through its exploration of profound theological questions, moral dilemmas, and the nature of good and evil, Milton's masterpiece continues to captivate and inspire readers centuries after its initial publication. By delving into the biblical story of Adam and Eve's fall from grace, Milton offers a timeless meditation on the consequences of disobedience, the allure of temptation, and the divine plan. The poem's epic scope, vivid imagery, and powerful language create a world that is both familiar and extraordinary, inviting readers to contemplate the eternal questions of existence. Ultimately, Paradise Lost serves as a reminder of the human capacity for both great good and great evil. It is a testament to the enduring power of hope, redemption, and the human spirit's ability to transcend suffering and find meaning in the face of adversity.